Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Making Poor Decisions, where today I'm going to be bottling Persephone, my lilac vanilla mead. I started Persephone on May 16th, and today is June 26th, which means she's been fermenting and aging for a few weeks now, and I think she's finally ready to bottle. Now, there hasn't been any activity in the airlock since I put her into secondary, and if you remember from my previous episode when I was giving her a taste test, she was very honey forward, she was very lilac forward. Not a lot of vanilla on the nose or on the tongue. So I added some more vanilla extract to her, and I also have been aging her on toasted oak in hopes that that is going to enhance the vanilla flavor as well. Now, I did give her the old sniff test here and there when she was aging, and you can definitely smell the oak. I can smell a bit more of the vanilla. So I'm really excited to give her a taste test today, test the gravity, and check out that final ABV. But first, of course, is the taste test. Now, let's get her uncorked, give her another sniff. Yeah, I definitely smell the oak, which is fine. The oak's all floating up at the top there, so that's nothing too crazy. So let me grab ye old hydrometer and graduated cylinder, and I'm going to fill this up, and I'll be right back with a gravity reading. All right, so I ended up with a final gravity reading of 1.004, which is giving me an approximate ABV of about 15% or 15.49%. Now, I was really hoping that this was going to be a little sweeter, but she smells really amazing. So let's pour her into one of my Glencairns, give her a sniff test again, and give her a taste test finally. Oh, okay, I'm definitely getting the vanilla notes. Almost lost the lilac a little bit. I was definitely able to smell more floral when I was putting her into secondary. Now the vanilla is very strong. I did add more vanilla extract and I aged it on the oak, so I kind of expected that. But let's give her a taste, shall we? Oh, very vanilla. The lilac is almost lost, which I'm a little disappointed about. But she has some aging to do. She's still really young. She's only about 6 weeks old. The alcohol burn is very, very present. It's 15%. I mean, it's to be expected. She's definitely going to need some more time to age and mellow out. I mean, I like her. Tastes almost more like a whiskey than a mead right now, which is pretty interesting. I also like the change in color that Persephone gave me. When I first started this mead, it was really light. The lilac tea was a beautiful golden color, paired very well with the honey, and it was a very light golden, it had a very light golden hue to it. And as it aged, after I put the toasted oak in there, she really turned darker and looks more like the color of a whiskey, which I think is really perfect for Persephone. If you know the mythology, she is the goddess of spring, who is also Hades' wife. And, you know, she went from this, you know, in the sunshine, having the spring all around her, to part-time in Hades and being in the darkness. So I kind of like that transition from light to dark a little bit. I think it works really well. And it's a good mead. It's a little bit stronger than I was anticipating making. This is just going to need some more time to age. Whenever you have a higher ABV mead, time is your best friend. So will I enjoy the rest of this glass? Absolutely. Will I enjoy the rest of this that's in the hydrometer today? For sure. But will I going to enjoy it even more in another 6 months to a year? More than likely, yes. But right now I am ready to get her racked, to put her from this container into this one. The primary reason why I transfer containers is to see just how much liquid I have. I'm always pretty certain with what I'm bottling 1-gallon batches, and I'm gonna get like a 32-ounce bottle and about 4 16-ounce bottles. I've been pretty accurate. I've been doing this for a while, but I still like to measure the liquid that I'm going to have. It also gives me an opportunity to get some of this wispy, leasy, basically wispy lease at the bottom of this out of the bottles. Could I go all the way down to the bottom and bottle all that? Sure. But what that's going to leave me with is some bottles being really, really clear and some bottles being kind of cloudy, like the last 2 bottles that I have. And I'd rather have something more consistent. So I'm going to put this into this container, and I will be right back with how much fluid ounces I have. Okay, so I ended up with about 106 fluid ounces of this beautiful whiskey colored mead. It's mostly clear. Like, I wouldn't say that it's crystal clear. There is a little bit of haze left in there. Could I have left it age out in the bottle a little bit more, settle out, get a clearer brew? Sure, but you know, I'm trying to move and I want to make sure that I don't have too many bottles sitting around. Bottles with caps is a lot easier to move than a fermenter with an airlock. So decided to put her in. Am I really upset that it's not perfectly crystal clear like I've gotten some of my other meads? Nah, it's all right. It's really good though. You know, as my off-screen waifu mentioned, it's like a really nice, smooth drinking whiskey. Yeah, you can taste the alcohol burn there, but it's very, very easy to drink even at this young age. So I think with another few weeks, few months, even a year, it's going to be even better. And I'm really excited to give her another taste next year and maybe make her even better when lilacs are in bloom in 2023. So let's go ahead and get her bottled up. I'm going to start with my 32-ounce bottle. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take this cap off. That was like the filtration cap. There's no debris in here or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead, put my bottling wand, and of course everything that I'm using today has been sanitized in a solution of hot water and star san. If you're brewing, once again, please, please, please sanitize your equipment. Sanitize your hands too, because after putting all this time and effort into it, you don't want your brew to spoil in the bottles, which it can happen. Now this is a high ABV brew, so it's a little bit harder for this one to go bad, but it can still happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff bottled up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's about it. As I expected, I have one 32-ounce bottle and 4 16-ounce bottle of my approximately 15% ABV Persephone mead, which was made with lilac tea and a combination of vanilla bean paste and vanilla extract. I put vanilla bean paste into primary, vanilla extract into secondary, because that's just what I had on hand. It is mostly clear. Like, I can put my hand on the other side and see a shadowy figure on the other hand. It's a little hazy, I'm not going to lie. I probably could have left it sit and age a little bit longer in secondary, but as I mentioned before, I'm trying to move, and moving fermenters is a little bit more difficult than moving actual bottles. So if that means I have a little bit of sediment at the bottom of these bottles, and so be it. It's pretty much me that's just enjoying them anyway. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to use this recipe, or let me know what you would have done differently for this recipe. I am going to remake this again in spring of 2023 because the lilac taste was so strong when I put this into secondary. I think putting it on the oak, I don't want to say it was a mistake, because it's still delicious. I'm still going to drink the hell out of this mead, but it lost a lot of the lilac flavor, and I think that's because of the oak sticks that I put it on. So I'm going to try and remake this next year when lilacs are in bloom again for the 30 seconds that they bloom. See if I can get a stronger lilac taste out of this. So what have you done differently to get a stronger lilac taste? Would you have used a different yeast? Would you not have aged it on oak? I'm curious to know what you guys think. Other than that, thank you again so much for watching this video. Please stay tuned next week. I have a lot of fun stuff planned for this summer, and have a great day and happy brewing.